Getting hysterical downtown Grass Valley.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first night of the 2015 Downtown Grass Valley Thursday Night Market. My name is Teresa Dietrich, and this is my co-host, Mick Collins. Stay with us for the next 30 minutes as we're going to provide you with a bird's eye view of all the fun and festivities here at the Downtown Market. We're going to be meeting members of the community and checking out the entertainment. So Mick, tell our audience what we have on tap for them this evening.
All right, coming up, so every week on Thursday Night Market, we're going to bring you all the entertainment. We've got 2 sound stages this week. Behind me on Milll Street is Kevin Shuholm, and over to my left, in front of the Holbrook, is the Nevada County Regulators. A little later, we'll be talking with our District 3 Supervisor, Dan Miller, and Robin Buckman, owner of the Old Town Cafe. But first, we're going to check in with Libby Bonomolo of the Grass Valley Downtown Association.
So Libby, tell us what's new with the Downtown Association.
We're thrilled to be here tonight and thrilled to put on the first market. We have a beautiful crowd down here, beautiful weather, so we're just thrilled with everything. We have some great new stores that have opened up downtown, and you need to come down and check out all the shops, check out the Thursday night market. We have great farmers market, we have lots of craft and nonprofit groups here. I want to tell you all about what they got going on. So we're excited about being here and having this wonderful event going on tonight.
Thank you, Libby. So stay right here on the Thursday Night Market channel. We will be coming right back and interviewing Supervisor of District 3, Dan Miller. We'll be right back.
At Thursday Night Market.
You just spelled my name wrong.
Downtown Grass Valley.
Your car is one of the most important assets you own. And Reeby's Auto Parts is dedicated to helping you keep it in tip-top condition. Reeby's Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business since 1956. We have a friendly and knowledgeable staff, and as a Napa Auto Parts dealer, you're sure to find the right part you need from either of our 2 Nevada County locations. You can always count on Reeby's to be there when you need us. It's Reeby's Auto Parts in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Nothing beats the high fidelity of vinyl recordings. Clock Tower Records in downtown Grass Valley is your home for everything vinyl. Their large selection of new and used vinyl guarantees you're sure to find every artist. Choose from the Beatles, The Who, Jefferson Starship, rock, folk, country, and jazz. They carry vintage posters, books, and with record companies now producing more new vinyl, you're sure to find the latest hits at Clock Tower Records. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome back to your Thursday Night Market, and we're going to take a trip down Mill Street to see Kevin Shuholm on our Mill Street stage.
Down the road out of bed as he ran to the police station. Well, Papa found out and began to shout. He started the investigation. It's against the law. It was against the law. What the mama saw was against the law. The mama looked down and she spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. Well, Papa said, oh, if I get that
That's scary. Which one? Matthew. Yeah.
Take me away, the press lets the story leave. Well, the random caprice comes to give me release. Means all on the cover and the news. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye the road. Green road now. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Welcome back to the Thursday Night Market. I'm joined this evening by our District 3 Supervisor, Dan Miller. Thanks for joining us here tonight, Dan.
Teresa, it's a pleasure, especially on Thursday Night Market.
Well, this must be like old home week for you, having been the mayor here for quite some time.
Well, the first Thursday Night Market is you see all the locals. And so you walk down Mill Street or West Main and you're just running into people and talking and saying hi and looking at the displays that are back up again. You run into Chief John Foster. He's making his rounds, and the reserves, and Larry Aguilar, who's reserve officer. So, well, we see a lot of people that typically will show up the first Thursday Night Market, and it's a nice crowd tonight.
It's a beautiful crowd, and the weather has kind of cooled off a little bit, making it a little more comfortable. So how do you feel with this being your district for your supervisorial position, and having been the mayor, does that give you some inside scoop, a little bit more than the average supervisor would have?
Yeah, probably. I know what Grass Valley is trying to do. I'm just trying to get more acquainted with what Cedar Ridge is doing and their volunteer fire department out there, looking at some issues out at the Sunset District out Rough and Ready Highway, and my district extends down 49 to LeBar Meadow. So it's the smallest district, but it's the most compact. And knowing what Grass Valley's doing and what the district itself is trying to do, sure, it gives me a leg up. And I stay in contact, obviously, with the council and the city manager, Bob Richardson.
And how about having a store here on Mill Street? How does that affect how you see traffic patterns and growth, things that are happening in our community?
I'm sensitive to protecting, making sure that anything that comes into the area, we're protected for downtown. I think downtown Grass Valley has a heartbeat all its own, and I think that it's our responsibility to make sure that heart is beating. And besides the fact, if anything happened that would jeopardize what my wife is doing, I would be looking for a place to sleep.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I got to be careful. So
it's quite an honor to be considered a newbie as a supervisor, and then to be named the vice chair. How does that feel?
Well, I'm honored that the other 4 supervisors thought enough of me that they would place that responsibility on me, and with the responsibility meant that I had to sit in on the 3 weeks of budget subcommittees. And so that was it was an eye-opener to what the county really does, the different departments, the number of personnel involved, your department heads, but also what the county does is they gave me an opportunity to go to Sacramento, and the California State Association of Counties holds classes. And so when you talk about realignment and funds and how it feeds into the county and where it goes. So those courses actually gave me an opportunity to prepare myself for budget subcommittee, and being the vice chair, it was an honor. It really was, and so if the chair Ed Schofield's not around, then I just pinch hit in his behalf, just like the vice mayor in Grass Valley does for the mayor if they're not here.
Sounds like you're getting a great education and you're well prepared to take the sword, so to speak.
Well, the 3rd District, obviously, it's not that I left Grass Valley, it's just that I have different responsibilities in the county, but you never leave Grass Valley once you've been a part of it as long as I have.
Well, I'm sure that the mayor and the city council here is really happy to have one of their own representing them at the county seat.
Well, it was the first time. Now, Ed Schofield, back in the 70s, was on the city council here in Grass Valley. This is the first time that someone has gone directly from a city council seat to the supervisorial seat. And so, how do I say this? It was a smoother transition that might have been, and the learning curve isn't as steep because on the city council you're still paying attention to what the county's doing.
Right.
And it's just different programs, different people, different issues, and I'm probably enjoying it as much as I ever expected I could.
Oh, that's amazing, isn't it?
I am enjoying it.
So if you could pick one legacy out of what you're doing in government that you would like to leave for your children and grandchildren, what would it be?
Boy, it's a hard question to answer, because would I want to leave a legacy of something here in the 3rd District or as a member of the City Council in Grass Valley? And one of the things that we did accomplish that I was very happy, we finished Dorsey Drive.
Yes.
And to me that was huge, because when I first came on the council in the late 80s, we were talking about Dorsey Drive then. And it took us this long to position ourselves with what other councils had done and what other city administrators had done to position us to a place where we could use a redevelopment money to meet that match that we had to match. I think Dorsey Drive, amongst anything else, is the thing that I wanted to accomplish more than anything.
See, and I thought for sure it would be something with Empire Mine.
No.
You surprised me, threw me a total curveball there. So speaking of Empire Mine, if you were to pick one outdoor activity that you most love in Nevada County, what would it be?
In Nevada County, going up to Truckee. I love the drive from western Nevada County up to Truckee. I like golf playing up in Truckee.
Okay.
But I've been here since 1962, and I used to go camp with my buddies. We used to go to the river with my buddies. It was a little different now than it was in the 60s, but we used to just take off and ride motorcycles up Highway 49. There were just a lot of things that we did back then when we were trying to find things to do that I don't do anymore.
Right.
Maybe it's because of age or
or comfort.
or comfort.
As motorcycles get a little cold and less comfortable as you get a little older.
But I did a lot of outdoor activities, skiing. You did that every winter. You went up and worked at the resorts on weekends, and so it's changed a lot as far as what young people entertain them with, as compared to what we did back then. But back in the 60s, you knew everybody.
Yes.
And that was a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what you're up to.
So if we could just pick one accomplishment that you're most proud of, you're going to call it the Dorsey?
I'm going to call it Dorsey.
Oh, awesome.
And it's not a personal accomplishment. And people have to understand that on city council, you're working with 4 other people and a city manager, and it's really a team effort. And I never looked to do something that would identify me as an individual. I always wanted to be identified as a member of the council. And that's how I'm approaching it at the county level. I want to be identified not as an individual who's just doing all sorts of things, but an individual who's working with 4 other supervisors trying to do things for Nevada County.
Well, I think I can speak for all of us here in saying we're glad to have you as our supervisor.
Oh, thanks,
And
Teresa.
thank you so much for joining us here this evening.
Oh, you bet. My pleasure.
And now we're going to take a short break, after which we will be meeting with Robin Buckman of the Old Town Cafe. Stay tuned to the Thursday Night Market YouTube
Grass
channel.
Greg's Organics
Thank
is
you.
a certified organic farm located on West Main Street in downtown Grass Valley. Taste the love. The love of locally grown CCOF certified organic tomatoes. Greg's Organics specializes in unique, rare, and highly sought-after varieties. Greg's Organics are sold only to the best supermarkets, health food stores, restaurants, and school districts.
Greg's Organics, taste the love.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Join Touchdown Productions Saturday, July 4th in downtown Grass Valley as we present the 115th annual Grass Valley Independence Day Parade. You can watch the parade all year long on our YouTube channel, the Touchdown Productions Network. So remember, tune in July 4th for complete parade coverage from Touchdown Productions.
Back to week 1 of the Thursday Night Market and Summer Street Festival here in downtown Grass Valley. We are now going to take it down the street on Mill Street to Mick Collins.
So I'm here with Robin Buckman, owner of Old Town Cafe, and here we are on the eve of another Thursday Night Market season. How are we doing, Robin?
Great.
Good deal. And how long have you owned the restaurant here?
The end of August, it'll be 10 years.
That is awesome. Full decade. What kind of things have you seen in downtown Grass Valley in your 10 years here?
Well, I've seen downtown flourish. I've seen it flounder when the Great Depression, our Great Depression, hit. Right now, it looks like we're rebounding. Thursday Night Market is getting better every year. So I think we're doing the right things.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
That's great. So tell me a little bit about the remodel going on in the restaurant here.
Well, for the last month, we've been working on the front of the house. A lot of changes, new flooring, new seating. We've repainted, restained. It looks like a completely different restaurant.
Well, it is looking great. Tell me, do you have constructionitis yet?
I had that on the first day.
You get that pretty quick, huh?
Yeah. Especially with, it's like doing your house. You change the drapes and all of a sudden the carpet no longer matches or anything else. So it's just snowballs, and it's one thing after another. As soon as we get the front done, we'll be working on the back of the house.
And then it's paint, and then it's countertop, and yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, great. And I want to touch upon another thing that you're doing, and it's a fundraiser for a softball team or a softball game. Tell me about that.
It's actually a tournament in San Diego in July, and it is for All-American Mizuno. They're 14 and unders. Most of them are local kids, and the team traveling to San Diego is a very expensive proposition. These girls are good. They've already won 1 championship this year, so we're hoping to go to San Diego and show them what a little town has got. These girls are good.
And so on Thursday, the 24th, from 6 to 9, we'll be doing a spaghetti and meatball fundraiser. My cooks are doing the sauce and the spaghetti and the meatballs. So the food's going to be awesome. There's going to be salad, garlic bread, all the trimmings. It's going to be a great time. Bobby G's going to be here to do some music for us. So it's a great time to come down, support youth sports, keeps kids off the streets and out of trouble, especially when you're talking about teenage girls, because then there's teenage boys.
Right. Well, that sounds great. How did you get involved in this, Robin?
My daughter plays.
Really? What position?
She plays catcher and third base.
And how's she doing on the team?
She's doing great on the team. All the girls are great. We have a great team. They bond well. Great coaching staff, great parents.
Sorry, you guys heard that. Get down here to Old Town Cafe on June 24th from 6 to 9 for the spaghetti and meatball dinner. Help out a great cause. Get these girls to San Diego so they can get down there and kick some butt. And anything else, Robin?
Just everybody come on and see what Old Town looks like today.
Let's take a quick look outside. We have some tables outside where people are enjoying Thursday Night Market and Old Town Cafe's food. All right, so as you can see, Old Town Cafe's street tables are bustling. People are enjoying the food. And we want to thank Robin Buckman, again, of Old Town Cafe for his time. And we'll kick it back to Teresa at the table at Thursday Night Market.
Welcome back to the Thursday Night Market. Mick's back with me here, so let's hear a little bit about the remodeled menu at the Old Town Cafe. What did you eat while you were there, Mick?
I didn't get a chance to eat,
No
Teresa.
food?
No, I was just there for a couple minutes, as you could see.
That's terrible.
But we can talk about the remodel of the restaurant. The restaurant really is looking great, and to see what he's done in a short amount of time is just, quite frankly, incredible. So you owe it to yourselves out there in Grass Valley to go check out Old Town Cafe and grab a bite to eat. He didn't want to tease any new menu items, but I want to talk a little bit more about the fundraiser he's got going on the 24th.
That looks fantastic. Spaghetti dinner, spaghetti and meatballs. Who doesn't love spaghetti and meatballs?
I was just going to say the same thing. You get a little pasta, a little gravy, add the meatballs, forget about it.
So Mick, we're getting ready to go to the Nevada County regulators, but they're taking a short break. So we're getting ready to close this evening, and I just want to say, wow, what a great time we had here tonight, Mick.
It was a great time. Enjoyed the piece with Dan Miller, and obviously I enjoyed talking to Robin down the street, and the bands were fantastic.
Well, thanks for joining us here tonight, and be sure to come back next week and every week of this series. Next week, our guest will be High School Superintendent Louise Johnson and Steve Baker with a water conservation update.
Yeah, and if we didn't tell you what was going on, you never know what you're going to get.
Go to our Facebook page, Touchdown Productions, and Thursday Night Market has a Facebook page. And also, next week we're going to have Ken's Karaoke on Mill Street and Frank Biggs and the Hard Tops in front of the Holbrook. And I'm...
Goodbye. See you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Downtown Grass Valley.